Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching. Let me introduce myself. My name is Adi Masani Pramana. Most people call me Adi, except for my family. For some reason, they don't call me that. I'm not gonna tell you what they call me, because why? Anyway, I was born here in Sukoharjo in the 30th of March 2003. That's 18 years ago, so I'm 18 years old. So I'm legally allowed to vote, and yeah, turning 19 soon. And even though I was born here, I didn't live here that long. I lived most of my life in Banten, somewhere around Lebak. I was there for almost my entire life. So I go to school there. I went to school there. I went from my elementary school there, middle school, high school, everything. I didn't go to playground or something like that because my parents, for some reason, didn't sign me up for those. So yeah, I'm rarely been here. Though last Ramadan I was here, so that is not that long ago. Now I'm here again. So yeah. Now let's talk about my high school. My time in high school was quite short-lived, only 1.5 years for some reason, obvious reason. The other 1.5 years was a struggle because, of course, COVID-19 hit, and learning is not that efficient anymore through screens like this. And it's quite challenging. It's not really fun or anything. It really limits my ability to expand my knowledge, expand my experiences, and of course my skill set. Because on those 1.5 years, my first 1.5 years, when I was in 10th grade and the first half of 11th grade, I was really enjoying school. I was quite, I'd say, developing myself towards something better. But of course, it came to a halt because COVID-19 hit on the second half of my 11th grade years or sophomore years. Though, in that very short 1.5 year time, 18 months, I was able to amass so many experience, so many knowledge and achievements. I'm gonna tell a little bit of story about those. So, I was in a team of NSDC, National School Debating Competition or Championship. I was there for about the whole of my high school time, especially in the first 18 months, because of course COVID didn't happen back then. So I was signed up by my homeroom teacher a few weeks after the first day of school on 10th grade. She held some sort of audition, so she will call each one of us to the front of the class and give some sort of interview or a question that we have to answer in English. My name starts with A, so obviously I'm the first one to go. And then she asked me about something. I forgot what it was. I think it was about my opinion about students having their cell phones in class or in the school environment. My school didn't allow that, so maybe she asked that for a reason. And then I tell her my opinion about that. So maybe she likes my opinion or see that have an ability to express my opinion or argument. So she signed me up for the debate team, NSDC team, along with two other friends. So there it was. Start rehearsal the next day, and then we were signed up to a competition just a few months after the first day of school, after the first audition. It was an open competition held by an instancy where it's holding a competition of English stuff, so poetry, speech, singing, of course, debate. So I was signed up for the debate team with two other friends, and we did quite well. There's a few match. I think it was 4 or 5 match. We won 4 of those. So we went to the semifinals. Unfortunately, in the semifinals, we go against a very good opponent. They won quite a few um, competition before that, so we lost that. So we came third. The first, the winner is actually the senior team from my school as well. They are consist of the 11th and 12th graders, and the second team, me and two other friends, is actually the 10th graders, or the junior team. So we lost that, and then a few months after that, there's also a RECA championship, regional English competition championship, and then we came third in there as well. Again, the first one is actually the senior team, so we lost to them intentionally because the senior team has to go to the final. So yeah, my first ever match that I've won is actually in 2020, just before the pandemic. In February, I think it was. It was in a university around my school. So we signed up to that, talk about that, and then we actually won that by quite some margin, because we actually, I think, won it by 3 points, which is a big margin in NSDC. So yeah, we won that, and then there's a lot of other competition that I was signed up for, and then it turned into my hobby, and it was poetry writing. So yeah, the same time I was signed up into the debate team, I was also signed up into the poetry writing competition. It was supposed to be my other friend who was actually supposed to read the poetry, but she can't actually write any poetry. So the teacher, the mentor, actually told me to write a poetry for her to read. So that was the first poetry I wrote. It was about friendship, I believe. It was titled Days to Heaven, and it was about a page long, so about 8 bars or 8 lines, not lines, but 8 lines, 4 lines, but there's 8 of them, so it's quite long. So yeah, in the same competition, I didn't actually read the poetry, I only wrote it, and that wins first place. So yeah, it's quite a good achievement. First time I wrote a poetry and it actually won something. So yeah, and then the next year, another competition, the same competition, and then I wrote another poetry, and that one again, first place. So that 2 years in a row, 2 years in a row. So yeah, and then there's another competition in the same year. I was 11th grade, and then there's another poetry writing competition. I signed up to that. I wrote a poetry about death, actually, about a soldier, a veteran soldier who actually lost all of his friends, and then he's the last one standing. It was called Fallen Leaves, I believe, and that one again, first place. So yeah, from then on, I wrote a lot of poetry in my book, in my phones, uploaded in my Instagram, and it was quite living. It was I don't know, a way of me saying something in my mind, a diary for me. So it's quite, I don't know, therapeutic, I would say. So if there any some sort of inspiration come to me, I'll write it down in my phone, upload it into my Instagram. I try to write something each day, but that doesn't really come to mind because I was busy with college stuff, because of course a freshman, it's gonna be really busy days, busy year. So I didn't really write that much, but if I have a spare time, I'll write something. I write a poetry the other day and upload it in my Instagram. Get quite a few likes, not really that much. Yeah, so that's my hobby. My hobby is poetry writing. Some people say that it's cheesy. It's I don't know, something embarrassing, but I don't think so. It's something that I enjoy, something that I appreciate myself of doing. So yeah, I keep doing it. So if you are interested in poetry, maybe you should contact me because I'm interested in poetry. Not reading it, but just writing it because I don't really read. I don't read novel. I don't read anything like that because I'd rather watch something. And then that's another of my hobbies, watching or listening. I usually watch YouTube and British TV show. Why British? Because I think British humor is really good, really funny and stuff. About the channel that I watch, I usually watch something about cars because I love cars. So I watch a channel called Car for All, which obviously talk about cars. And then it was another way of me learning English because I was not really that good in talking previously, but after I watched those YouTube videos, YouTube podcast, it became a lot easier for me to talk English. So yeah, I think it's really helped. I believe that watching videos like that can actually improve your vocabulary, you improve your pronunciation, improve your English in general. So yeah, that's my favorite YouTube channel. And then a British TV show that I actually enjoy and watch not every day, every time it came out, is actually The Ground Tour, which is another show about cars presented by three middle-aged men, well-known car journalists, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May, which is really influential in the world of journalism, in car journalism. So yeah, I watch them. It's really enjoyable. It's funny. It's good, and it's entertaining. So I think that's all about me. That's all I can introduce myself for. Um, yeah. Thank you for listening. I hope you're listening. It's quite a long video, but I guess that's a good thing. So it's good to know you guys. Good to know you, and hope you are having a nice day. So that's all from me. My name is Adi Masin Permana if you forget. So that's it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.